Hey gang, Mark Sweeney here. It is Wednesday, and as I promised you last week if you tuned in, this week would be a little bit different, and it is. I'm standing here at the entrance to the Palace of Versailles, which that is real gold plating the gate and the palace behind. It's the first time I've had a quiet place in Paris other than up at the Sacré-Cœur on Monday at the Montmartre area way up above Paris, and it was quiet as could be. No birds singing, no nothing. But here in the courtyard of Versailles at 3 in the afternoon, there's like nothing going on around me, so I figured good a place as any to give you 3 tips on why traveling is good for you. And this is actually backed by science, so you can put your money where your mouth is, where my mouth is. Tip number 1, one of the benefits of traveling, believe it or not, is it has been shown to reduce stress. How can that be? Because for some people, getting ready for a trip is stressful in and of itself. And I know some people like that. But even those people, when researchers studied them, they found that people, even though they stressed about getting ready for the trip, once they were on the trip, their routines changed. They didn't have to be anywhere at a specific time unless they chose to bring that stress along with them. Their routines changed. They typically got better sleep. And so take that for what you want, but I have found that to be the case for me personally on this trip and on many others, that just changing the routines, and I'll get into that. That's number 3. Number 2, it makes you happier. They have done study after study, researchers, that taking vacations leads to a happier life. You would think living in that palace back there since the 1600s would make you happy, but at least 3 of the people that live there lost their heads over it in not a very pretty fashion, and they were not all happy people, even though they were kings and queens. So cautionary tale there. You can make yourself happy on a shoestring budget if you're doing something that you enjoy doing. Tip number 3, traveling gets you out of your comfort zone, and so it actually increases your potential for creativity, because you have to think. Nothing typically goes exactly according to plan, and so sometimes you have to wing it and adjust for things that don't go the way that you think they're going to go, because humans. Airlines don't always run on time. Taxis don't always run on time. I've talked to several people in the 3 days that I've been here that Ubers didn't show up on time. Their ride to the airport didn't show up in time. So they had to get creative and wing it. And, you know, they actually said, we figured it out. It wasn't what we planned, but we did it. So there's 3 great tips why you should plan on vacation and get out of your comfort zone and get out and see something. You don't have to go to Paris, but that was just my choice. I've been dreaming about this trip since I was a little kid, and I built a model of a guillotine, believe it or not, when I was about 3rd grade. And so I've been just intrigued by the whole French culture, and it has lived up to every expectation. I've still got a couple of days left. So thanks for tuning in. As always, I'll be back in Austin for another version of Wisdom Wednesday next week. Until then, au revoir.